And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to the amazing Hello Plaza in the Metaverse that we want you all to come and experience and engage with us in this Web3 3D immersive experience that you don't need no VR headsets. You can literally join us from your phone, from your laptop, from your iPad by going to that big old button that says the Hello LLC .io, and you'll see a button that says Hello Plaza, and boom, you are in here like Flynn, and you can join the conversation, be a part of the conversation, because if you don't know, today we are talking about social media is your business card. Are you making the right impression? You guys know us at the Hello LLC. We're all about engagement and being omnipresent, and definitely talking about social media, utilizing this AI, utilizing this metaverse, utilizing this fintech. And that's what this is all about. It's for you guys to gain value, for us to be able to raise your vibrations, and more importantly, for you to understand you too can copy, paste, drag, drop. And that's really what this is all about, and getting out of the old patterns, the old traumas, the old dramas, and really being able to accept this new wave of doing business. And as we continue to share with you guys, it's not AI, it's not metaverse, it's not fintech, it's not none of this new technology that's coming out. Just like we talked about the supercomputers, it's going to make our computers a billion times faster. It's going to be the people that implement these things that really push you out the way. Just like Netflix pushed out, Blockbuster, just like Kodak got pushed out, just like BlackBerry got pushed out by all these other companies that provided something that was easier, that was simpler, and a whole lot more adaptable that people could get accustomed to. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, especially as we talk about, social media being your business card. And if you guys don't know, we have our amazing other half, Miss Tara. She's going to be sharing some amazing value as always. And if you guys want to be able to really get some golden nuggets, definitely join us every single week for our weekly events that we have in the Hello Plaza. And you too can be a part of this. But love, what do you got to say about this topic today?
Well, hello, beautiful people. It is a Tuesday, and we're here again with you to share the knowledge, the power, and the how-tos and the ins and outs. So, it's a beautiful day here in Mexico. I hate to share this, guys. It's been 75 degrees, and I guess it's not been that nice back in the States. So I share that with all kinds of love, sending you guys a warm, sunny day from Mexico. But we're going to talk about social media today. We're not here to talk about the weather in Mexico. We are here to talk about why social media is important for your business, why you need to be on social media, and why you need to be consistent with social media. So I have a little story, y'all. So as you guys know, we're here in Mexico, and where we live, directly across the street from us, is a store. There's also a paper store that's kind of think of a miniature Office Depot. And I mean miniature, like the size of your closet, but they have everything you can think of in there and can do everything that you need. And then right next door is a little hardware store. And the hardware store has been probably not open for the last 4 to 6 months, maybe even longer than that. And so David and I just thought, maybe they're no longer, doing the hardware thing. No worries. But about a week ago, David and I noticed that they're back open, which is great. Awesome sauce. But I told David, I said, I haven't seen anybody pop in there for the last week since they've been open. And I said, I think that's a huge lesson that people, kind of tend to forget is the consistency. They were gone for whatever reason for amount of time, and people stopped coming to this hardware store because when they'd show up, they'd be like, oh, they're closed. Never mind, I'll go to another one. And then they just get in routine of, well, that one's closed, so I'll go to the other one. And then what happens is, because you haven't shown up, you're not consistent, people forget. They go to the consistent source that is always open, always providing them knowledge, information, whatever it is that you're looking for, resources, anything that you're looking for, they're consistent. And so I chuckled when I was talking to David this week about that. And I was like, see, that is an important lesson right there as to why consistency is key. And so that's part of what we're talking about today. Not the sole reason and the sole thing we're talking about today when we talk about social media, but what it comes down to is the simple fact that You need to have a social media presence, and you need to be consistent with that. And before we dive into this topic, I have one last little funny, story with you. I was getting together with some classmates last weekend via Zoom or via, um, uh, over online, excuse me. And we were talking about the presence of being on social media. And of course, as if you guys come check out the Hello LLC on social media, we're everywhere and we're always posting. We're always sharing knowledge. We're always sharing facts. We're always sharing, Web3 information and content. Well, the funny thing is that one of which is my best friend from school, we're still very dear friends to this day. The couple of classmates were giving her a hard time because she has no social media presence. You will not find her anywhere on social media, not even LinkedIn. And she says, I do that intentionally. And, it's so funny to be a part of those conversations because you got to respect everybody's wishes. She doesn't have a business. She works for, a corporation. And so, she chooses not to have a social media presence for whatever reason that it's her choice. She says it's because, she doesn't need another device to manage. But why I share that with you is because in 2000 when we graduated versus 2010 when everybody was on Facebook, and that's kind of how we collected everybody for our class, to now in 2025, which Facebook is like the only way to get a hold of people now. It's very interesting to see that our society has adopted social media as a channel of communication and a platform, an ecosystem to do business, to stay in contact, and to utilize it as a communication device instead of where we used to pick up the phone, a text message, an email, write a letter. That is what social media is showing up to be. And so I share those fun little stories just because at the end of the day, social media is here. It is one, if not the only, but one of the most important channels of communication that we utilize, not only personally, but also professionally. And so we're going to dive in today and talk about this and share a really awesome video that shares a little bit more about that too. So, before we get started and dive deeper into this conversation, I know that Mr. Jones always has some facts and figures and everything lined up to share with us why it is so important. And again, these facts and figures are to help you guys understand why you need to have a social media presence if you're running a business. Because to be very frank, like Mr. Jones shared, you will become obsolete if you do not. So I'm going to pass this mic back to Mr. Jones and park my scooter there. Here you go, love.
Yeah, great share, baby. Great share. So spot on. And about that store, front, Tara said, this is a prime example that I'm going to share in the room on Tuesday of how businesses, if they're not consistent and they're not committed, how they, lose out on business. And she was so spot on. And, that's what we continue to share in all aspects of your life, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you guys don't know that, right? All is one. If you're not committed and consistent in your relationship, committed and consistent with your children, committed and consistent with your own self-love, your own self-care, your own self-awareness, then, it's not going to show up in other places. And that's why we encourage you guys to, change your energy, to change your world, to really be able to make these adaptations. And more importantly, understand that when we do share these facts with you, when we do share these comments and these statements, look, we are talking about the old Tara and David. Okay. Yes. I'll never forget the time that when we did start, our so-called network marketing, entrepreneurship, about 10 years ago, that somebody said, all right, you're going to turn your camera on and you're going to go live and you're just going to talk. And OMG, I was shaking in my boots. I didn't know what to say, how to say it, what to talk about, worried about what people would say, worried about what my friends would say, worried about what my family would say, worried about, if I would mess up, if I had a booger in my nose, if my teeth weren't white enough, if I had, hair in the wrong place. And it was just crazy. And what I found is that we so self-sabotage ourselves. Mm-hmm. We, talk to ourselves 60 to 80,000 times a day. And a lot of the times those things are so negative, and we, psych ourselves out of doing these things that will benefit us. And that's why we share with people what you want is on the other side of the things that you're not doing. And you know exactly what they are, right? 100. So, we would just want to be able to express that to you guys and have you open up that closed mind, that closed mouth, that closed heart, and that closed hand. And that's why we have these rooms, so you can be able to, re-spark that Kindle, come up with some ideas, and actually not just talk about it, but be about it and understand why you're doing it. And so, as we talk about this the other day, we had, one of, a potential client that said, I only focus on LinkedIn. That's all I'm focusing on. And I think I'm good there. And that's what I'm going to do. And, I shared, I said, with all due respect, I get that standpoint that you're comfortable with LinkedIn. And just because you're on LinkedIn and you feel that that's, best for you, that doesn't serve you justice. There is, 4.8 billion people on social media daily, monthly, weekly, and LinkedIn only has about 1 billion of those people. So you're really, cutting your head off at the end of the day by only going after, 1 billion of those people, when you're missing out on another 3.8. And I said, you're in business, I'm in business. And as business owners, we know numbers and we understand the gravity of numbers and how important they are. And a lot of the times we allow our feelings, our emotions, what we think, what we don't know, off of, our feelings of what does us best. And it really doesn't suit us well. And when I shared that, it was like, oh, I should be on TikTok. I should be on Instagram. I should be on Facebook. I should be on X. I should be on Spaces. I should be on all these platforms, especially for those of you that are cringing right now and be like, I am not going to each one of those platforms and posting and doing all that stuff. That's the benefit of AI. And that's what we shared with people, that, hey, the AI systems that we create, and you guys go get our free AI guide that we have in our Biz in the Box. It's absolutely free. People ask for these actual tools and these these things that can help you out, and we don't go get them. You guys go to our Biz in the Box, thehellollc.io, and get that free AI guide that has numerous of tools on there that can help you out. My mom, we shared one with her, Otter app, that for her meetings that she has, it takes down all the notes, it sends it out for her, it makes it all nice and organized. She's like, oh my God, that saved my life. I'm like, hello, that's what AI does. My sister was doing PowerPoint. I said, baby, what are you doing? Just use this app called Gamma. You don't have to worry about none of that stuff. She used it. She came back. She said, oh my God, I don't use nothing else. And it saves me so much time, the graphic designs, all of that. So those are just, prime examples of how AI can help you out, because all of this goes towards your social media. And so, I just want you guys to understand that you not doing anything is putting yourself so far behind than actually doing it, especially now that you're listening to us now, whether you listen to us now or later, you got to be able to do these things, right? And so this is what I want to share with you guys at the end of the day, is that when we do talk about, the breakdown of users on social media, I want you all to listen to me loud and proud and be able to say, hey, am I utilizing this app? Why am I not? And why? And I should. When we talk about Facebook, right? Good old Mark Zuckerberg, there's 3 billion people, monthly active users on Facebook. Why are you not promoting your business, showcasing your business, and talking about your business on this platform? YouTube. I hear so many people talk about, I need to get a YouTube channel. I need to get a YouTube channel. Yes, not only do you need to get a YouTube channel, but you got to create content to put on that YouTube channel, right? Which requires you to do some rooms, requires you to have a podcast, have some events, have some webinars, have something that you can showcase your business. Because once again, the title of this room, your social media is your business card. So when people go look you up and you don't have any presence on social media, or what killed me and Tara is that we would hear people talk about social media and giving tips and tricks, and they haven't posted on their social media, for 2 weeks or a week and not consistent, yet telling you what to do, right? And so, be aware of that. And so, when we talk about TikTok, TikTok has 1.5 billion monthly active users on there. Instagram has 2 billion people on there. When we talk about, LinkedIn, I know has a billion people on there. Snapchat, this one I really would recommend for business, 850 million. Although we do use it because they have a great filter as well for their camera and things of that sort that you guys see on our social media, right? Reddit has, 606 million. Twitch has 140 million people. So, that's just some of the actual platforms that you all should be aware of. There's Substack that's out. There's the other one that's called like Red Note that's out. Blue Sky that's out. So, pick any one of these, but just don't pick one. Just don't cut your head off, and say I'm comfortable on this. As long as it has a message button, as long as it has a way that you can connect to people, you should probably be on there. And that's one of the biggest things that we share with you all, to really pay attention to that. Love, you got anything to share on that before I move on to the hard facts?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all valid. And we share this, guys, from experience. We have stumbled through these landmines. We have, fell on our face doing these things. And so we share this because we want to mitigate that for anybody else. We don't want others to have to go through what we have. If we can shorten someone else's route or give them a landmine map so they don't step on other landmines like we have. And that's just really, why we do this, is to share that information. So you guys, go, you know what? David and Tara were talking about that at the Hello LLC, and I think I might discover a different direction because I was going this route. And before we get started in the facts and the figures and all that, Mr. Jones, I just want to welcome everybody on in. Thanks for being here, everybody. We have a great crowd over here on LinkedIn. We have Kenneth, we have Victoria, we have William. So great to see you guys. We have Michael, we have Kemi and Sean and Noni and Kevin. So it's great to see you guys here on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for jumping in and being a part of this conversation. Michael says, hello, beautiful people. Are we raising the level of love in this moment in space and time? Man, Michael, I have to say something. This is, slightly off topic, but it's right on topic of the question. Is I have just been having that conversation with myself all afternoon. And that's exactly what it is stopping and taking a little bit of a temperature gauge and saying, am I living in the negative, vibration right now? Am I perpetuating negative thoughts and negative ideas and negative connotation? Or am I really living in the embracement of the love vibration that everything is, working out amazingly wonderful for everyone, and that we all, there's enough abundance in this world for all of us to win and thrive, not just survive. And so I really appreciate that note, Michael. It is that was a great little reminder of some things that I was just sharing, privately with David before we got on our amazing live today. Just some self-awareness, things that have popped into my little realm going, I think I need to be a little more self-aware about that. And so I appreciate you so much, Michael. Great to have you here. And so with that said, Mr. Jones, we have Kenneth in here. So great to have Kenneth. Thank you so much for being here. And I know Mr. Jones wanted to jump into these facts and all that. So I will pass this mic back to you, my love.
Yeah. And so, one of the things that Michael did ask, I see right here, it says, looks like you guys are using Restream. Looks like it. No, sir, we are not utilizing Restream whatsoever. We are utilizing our Hello Plaza Metaverse that we're streaming in through another platform that you guys are probably familiar with, something similar to Restream, but definitely not Restream whatsoever. But we encourage you guys to come in here and come jump in to the metaverse from your cell phone, from your laptop, from your iPad, from your VR headsets, if you do have those, but definitely be able to, understand that this is the new way that we can engage and interact with each other, especially in the metaverse, where you'll be able to see me, move around in here. As you see, we can walk and talk. We can actually put ourselves off camera. We have teleportation devices and everything you can possibly imagine. We're playing the screen up at the top. You guys can come and visit our amazing Getting Naked podcast that we have a new actual episode coming out next week. And then definitely come and visit our Hello Plaza Mall. If you are a business owner, a forward-thinking business owner, and you want to be able to showcase your business, your brand, build your community, have your podcast, have your webinar, masterclass, definitely come and visit our actual Hello Plaza Mall, where you can showcase your business and products in a completely different way, and definitely changes the actual, conversation. And if you don't know about our amazing Hello Pivot membership, you guys definitely should tap in. This is where we can show you, we can teach you, or we can do it for you. Either way, do something better than nothing. You can see our amazing VIP and above Pivot members, where we have Miss Cleo Michael. We got Roberta Pacino. If it's good enough for Al Pacino's sister, it's definitely good enough for you. We got Miss Buttons Up in here. If you guys don't know Miss Leah Garcia, you definitely should tap in with Miss Leah Garcia, financial strategist. And then, of course, we have just Miss Denise King as well, as one of our actual VIP Pivot members. And so definitely come in here, visit with us, and be a part of this amazing event. But without further ado, guys, we're going to continue this party rocking and rolling and keep this going as we continue to talk about, social media being your actual business card and how important social media is to you. And so with that being said, the first main fact that I want to share with you guys that definitely is a big one is where you have to understand that, increasing your brand exposure. Over 80% of marketers nationwide cite increased exposure as leading benefit of social media marketing. Okay. So you got to understand 80% of these marketers understand how important social media is to their business. Enhance brand loyalty, engaging and experiencing loyalty from your customers. You have a higher conversion rate of generating content can increase conversion rates by as much as 4.6%, which is huge, right? When we talk about, improved customer relationship, 51% of business owners find social media helpful for accessing new customers. And 47% say it improves customer relationships. So if you are one of those entrepreneurs that are saying, oh, no, I'm not sure about, social media, this isn't my cup of tea. First of all, we got to look back at what's holding you back. Because I'm here to share with you right now, you don't have a business if you're not showcasing your business. And now more than ever, you have to be able to showcase your business, and not only showcase your business, but separate yourself from other people and for people to understand what you do. We deal with so many entrepreneurs that have amazing information and amazing, content that they can share with their clients, and amazing books, amazing, master classes, and they stop, at the social media part because they just don't know how to. And this is where we share these facts to allow you guys to understand we're moving to a global economy. You have to be able to implement these new tools, these new strategies into your business, and really be able to understand, especially as we integrate the metaverse and showcase this Web3, this is what clients want. And the bigger thing that I want to be able to talk to you as we share some of these facts is that, do you know your target audience? Most people do not know their target audience as an entrepreneur. And I don't mean, oh, they're this color, oh, they're this age, and oh, they make this amount of money. No, we need to go deeper, right? Their demographics, their age, their gender, their location, their income level, their education level. We need to go into the psychographics, their interests, their values, their lifestyle. What's their behavior? Their buying habits, their brand loyalty, the social media that they use. right? Some of you are on LinkedIn and your target audience might be primarily on TikTok. Your primary audience might be on Instagram, but you're focusing only on LinkedIn because that's what you like. And this is where we have to shift that mindset that just because you like it doesn't mean that it's for everybody, right? Doesn't mean that, and that's where we get in a lot of trouble. Well, I don't like it, so nobody else has to like it. That right there in itself, that statement alone will get you in a lot of trouble. And so, we did an amazing masterclass that actually talked about, identifying your target audience and being able to find your target audience. And if you don't know that, there's a lot of AI tools, guys, that will help you with that and identifying that. And that would be the first step. Before we can move forward, we have to know where we are right now. And so that's what I have to share first, Love, when we talk about the target audience. And we'll definitely, move on towards the SWOT unless you want to go over, what that is. And so go ahead and share with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Target audience. We just literally had a conversation a couple days ago with one of David's friends, and he was asking us a couple of questions around marketing and that, and what in the Web3 space. And that's exactly the question I asked David was, okay, what is the target audience? Who are we looking for? And that's so important because the conversation changes. You're going to have a conversation with one audience in a certain manner versus another manner. And so one thing that we struggled with when in a relationship with the target audience is that we thought we can help everybody. That is why Hello, HELLO stands for helping everyone live life optimally. And we actually, from the beginning, when we, acronymed Hello, created the acronym, we did stop and say, can we really help everyone? Should that really be what our acronym is? And we still have that acronym. That is the original acronym of the Hello LLC, is helping everyone live life optimally. And that was true in the space of where we started our business then, but we didn't have a niche audience. And we would set in, conferences and listen to guest speakers. And I'm talking about guest speakers like, Magic Johnson, Ed Milet, big people that, are very successful in what they are doing. And they would all say, you have to find your niche. And to be very honest, you need to be so niche down, targeted down, that you know everything about your prospective, perfect potential customer or client. And David and I would look at each other and we'd be like, yeah, it's really good information, but that's not for us. Because what we're doing, everybody can be assisted with it. And what we've learned, guys, over almost 9 years of business is that no, that's not the case. You do have to be niche down. You do have to have your target. You do have to understand who you are speaking to, talking to the pain points that they have, because once you ping that pain point, you get people's attention. And it's not that you're doing it purposely. It's the fact that you have a solution for that pain point. So you speak to that pain point. And if you don't know your target audience and what they're going through, it could be, for instance, your target audience is a mom of 2 or more children under the age of 6. And that, guys, why are we saying that? Well, maybe your solution and your services are targeted towards moms who need better systems and processes so they can get more sleep and more rest and have more balance in their family life, right? You have to understand who you are targeting in order to know the pain points they're going through. And before I pass this microphone back over, the best person to know the best person to target is the person you used to be. So something David and I have learned along this journey is that if you are in business and you're creating products or solutions, services, you are solving basically your problem, because at some point it was your problem then you realize it's other people's problem. And so you think, oh, I think I have an idea that will solve this, and it solves it for you. And so then you market it to others. And so when we say that if you are lost about who to target the old you, target the person that you were when you had the problem before you had the solution. Think about how it felt. Think about what you thought about. Think about where you went to find the solution. Think about all of these dynamics, but look back at yourself, because guess what? You are your biggest customer and client, because you're constantly solving your own problems. You just don't pay yourself in a monetary value. You pay it in a different value of a peace of mind by solving your own problems. But the fact is, utilize your own self as your current target audience if you don't have one, and niche down on that and look at the pain points that you solve for yourself. So with that said, let me go ahead and pass this amazing mic back over to Mr. Jones so we can talk about some more facts and go over through the SWOT department. Mr. Jones?
Yeah, great share, love. Great share. And we want to thank you guys all for joining us, especially those of you over here in the LinkedIn chat, chatting away. Hey, look, you guys can do more than chatting. You guys can come and actually conversate, have different conversations, in our room, and be a part of this conversation. Just like I see up here, that Mr. Guy Pierce said, there's also a difference between traditional advertising and direct response marketing. He's absolutely spot on. And even more so, of what we continue to share with you guys. Look, we don't care what you do. Press the damn button. Most of us aren't even pressing the button. And as we shared in Ms. Cleo's amazing podcast that we had in the Metaverse last week, she had a guest on there, Mr. Pierre. He shared that most people pressing the button, it's the do not do nothing button. And so often we do hit that do not hit take action button, and we wonder why things aren't working. Especially now, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but we are already in month 3, okay, of 2025. We are already 16%, almost 16%, of the year gone, just like that, and it's in the blink of the eye. And so those of you that did share with yourself, hey, I need to do something different, I need to implement something new, we continuously share with you guys, especially on our Tuesday Hack the Future AI Metaverse FinTech that we have at 7 p.m. We always talk about new technologies, new ways that you can develop your business, implementing your business. Last week, if you guys didn't hear about this quantum server that Microsoft came out with, that's literally going to make our laptops 1 billion times faster. They came up with a new matter, okay, a new matter called Tropo, forgot the name of it, I want to say Tropicana, but
I was going to say.
Yeah, it's like Tropo something. They came up with a new matter, which is just crazy in itself. And, really being able to understand that, in our Wisdom Wednesdays, especially tomorrow, we're going to be talking about, from stuck to success, how to rewire your mind from a new future for a new future. We're going to continue our continuation of Dr. Joe Dispenza, his rewired session that he has, I think, well over 12 different series. And each week, we're going to be diving deep into that, where he talks about the neuroplasticity. He talks about facts. He talks about, energy, and it all balls up. And it's so amazing. So we encourage you guys to come and join us there. And then definitely, if you guys don't know, come and join us on Thursday for our amazing Hello Pivot live broadcast that we're going to be having in the Metaverse once again, where we're going to be doing the grand opening of Ebony Dindy's storefront in the Hello Plaza, where she's going to talk about her amazing business, her amazing 2 businesses at that, and showcase her new storefront that you guys can go and visit right now in the Hello Plaza mall and see other clients and other customers that are already, implementing their business into the Metaverse. So it definitely separates them. And I share this story all the time, that if you're, and as we talk about social media, I want you guys to understand, those of you that are a little bit more experienced, we used to go to networking events, all the time. I remember going to networking events, got to get dressed, got to do this, got to pay valet, got to worry about maybe not drinking too much. Maybe you got to worry about staying away from that person, or, hey, don't go over there, or, hey, don't do this, not that networking event. And in all reality, social media is social networking, and you're not utilizing it to its fullest potential. You literally can go to a social networking event just like we're doing here every single day from the seat of your couch, eating Cheetos and bun buns. Hopefully you're not doing that, but you're drinking some water and taking some pills, and taking care of yourself as you get older, but really being able to change that mindset and change that tune. And so definitely come join us on Thursday for that amazing event. That is at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time that we'll have. And then Friday, I'm just telling you guys, we got a busy week. This week we are busy. And on Friday, definitely come and join us with Miss Leah Garcia, her amazing wall of wealth. And you know what? Before I start even talking about that, let's showcase her amazing AI MotionWorks video that talks about her wall of wealth.
Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Introducing Leah Garcia's Wall of Wealth, the ultimate one-page financial plan to protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth with confidence. Whether you're a business owner or just starting your financial journey, this step-by-step guide gives you the tools to create a solid foundation for long-term success. Don't wait to transform your money mind shift. Download your free copy today at leahgarcia.io and start building your wall of wealth now.
Boom. And that, my friends, is the amazing wall of wealth from Miss Leah Garcia. If you guys don't know about that amazing guide, that's something that she has created from all of the knowledge that she has curated over the last 20 years within the financial industry. So go out to leahgarcia.io and check that out. Get that free guide that you can just download on your end from her amazing Biz in a Box Smart Link. And so if you don't know what a Smart Link is, guys, it is really what you need to be able to be your right-hand man in business. That's what I'll say. It's your right-hand man in business. Yeah, your business butler. So anyways, we have amazing Leah on Friday where we will be talking about the last love letter that you leave your loved ones on what we call Financial Freedom Friday. And what that conversation is going to be about is, look, I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off right here, right now, guys. We're not getting out of this thing alive called life, right? All of us are departing this world in one shape or fashion at some point in time. That is inevitable. We know that. And Leah is going to speak to how to make sure that when you do leave this amazing, wonderful earth and you do leave your loved ones behind, how to make sure you leave that last love letter that will take care of them. And that is, in the realm of making sure that you got a financial portfolio and systems and processes and insurance policies and things like that set in stone so that when you're gone, you're still taking care of and providing for your family like if you were here. So come join us for that conversation at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time or 2 p.m. Eastern, or if you're on that east or that west coast like Miss Leah is, it's going to be 11 Pacific time. So there you go, guys. Come join us. We will be right here in the same back channel as we are. It will be in Metaverse, and so Miss Leah will be joining us in Metaverse to have this fireside chat. So with that said, I'll pass this mic back to Mr. Jones, and we'll get this conversation continue rocking and rolling down the road.
Yeah. And so, one of the other events that you guys definitely need to come and join is that we have the amazing Miss Merlin Clark Let It Go and Flourish podcast in her Hello Plaza Mall studio, right, that she has, where now she's able to do her podcast. She's able to get rid of that crusty, dusty Zoom and have her actual events and her webinars and masterclasses and something a whole lot better than Metaverse, right? Or should I say a whole lot better than Zoom or any other 2D platforms that have a green screen with a circle on it that, showcase your face. And so definitely come and check out her amazing podcast. This episode 3, Leading with Etiquette, overcoming challenges with integrity. Her special guest, Miss Adrienne Barker. A lot of you know who Miss Adrienne is. Those of you here on LinkedIn, and yes, of course, Miss Leah Garcia is one of our amazing clients and part of our Pivot membership. Where you guys, if you haven't checked out her amazing platform that we've been able to restructure, rebuild, and get rid of that crusty, dusty Adobe that she was using and everything else, then you guys definitely need to go check that out and learn more about Miss Leah.
And I just want to jump in and say, if you guys have been noticing all the amazing branding that Leah has seen, and you've been checking out across her platforms, that's something we've been able to help her with. So just like to share that with you guys because she loves it. She has shared with us multiple times that what we have been able to assist her with really allows her to get in pocket and have, conversations with you guys about what really matters, which is the financial side, instead of having to worry about the ins and outs and the little nitty gritty things. So with that said, Mr. Jones, let's get this party back to, conversation about why social media is so important. And you just shared through it our conversation right here with all the events that we have coming down the pipeline of why this is so important. I'm going to go back to Miss Leah. She was actually sharing with us that since she has, kind of turn that corner around on her branding, and she's kind of focused more efforts to be able to get all of that snapshot taken care of, and the consistent posting that she has utilized our services for, she's seeing new business come in her door. And so that's why it's important. You've got to make sure that you're speaking to the audience that you're wanting to speak to, as well as being consistent. And this means daily, guys. This does not mean like, oh, I posted last week. That's good. No, it's daily. It's showing up daily. And that is something that we too have had to learn through process, of our actions and learning experiences. So, this again comes back down to why social media is so important. I'm going to reiterate this again. We as a society, each and every one of us, have a cell phone of some shape, form, or fashion in our hand. Every one of us, if we choose to, can access social media from this computer that is in our hand every second of every day, if you choose. And this is the most powerful marketing platform, is on social media. And it's not to be out there, be like just throwing out marketing ads. No, it's like the amazing conversation that we're going to share here coming up in this video, is that it's about sharing the knowledge that you have learned through your life, whether it's business or personal, if you care to share your personal, stories. And it's sharing that knowledge to build a level of trust. That is what the goal is. It is not to jump out there and be like, I got a 2-for-1 deal. You buy 2 business boxes, you get the third one for free. No, that's great once in a while, during the holidays when you're running your holiday promotions or whatever else it is. But that's not the goal of what you need to be doing on social media. What you need to be doing on social media is curating a conversation full of knowledge and value. I'm going to share the dump truck marketing plan with you guys. And, get your little pencils out. I'll give you a little golden nugget. I was watching this conversation, and in this conversation, it's actually Tony Robbins who was sharing the story. One of his friends was in real estate. And he was a realtor in California, and he had his little pocket of where he, focused his actions and efforts. And he was really struggling. He was not doing very well, couldn't get very much business in the door. He was, trying to do everything, buying ads, doing the word of mouth, providing great service. But he was just struggling with getting more people through the door in the sense of wanting to seek him out to help sell their real estate or purchase real estate. And so opportunity presented itself. What was that? Well, the garbage men went on strike in California. And so it had been 2 weeks or so. The garbage had been piling up. It was going into the third week of garbage being piled up. Could you imagine buying your house? You drive into your decent, neighborhood, or out into the, if you're kind of just on the outskirts of town where they're still doing your trash pickup, but you drive up to your house and you've got a heaping pile of trash because nobody's trash is getting picked up. And so as you're driving down, you just got trash piles everywhere. You at the end of the day, coming home from a long day of work after 3 weeks of seeing trash piled up, you're going to be at your wit's end, right? Well, this gentleman had a brilliant idea, and he was in conversation with his mentor, and he says, we've got this problem. And the mentor says, well, how are you going to solve that problem? And the gist of this was that the realtor who was looking for more business in the area that he targeted that was having the trash problem, because it was all over, Southern California, within that city, he decided to rent out a trash truck and have them come pick it up. And his problem was, though, when he did this was, if I do this, it's like $3,000 or $4,000. He says, I want recognition from it. I want people to know it was me, so that way I get the business, because that's my intent. And his mentor said, that's where you went left field and not the right way. He says, you don't want recognition out there. You go out there, you do this, and eventually people will find out it's you. And because that's organic and how they found out and how you help them, they will bring organic business to you. And organic business is better than any other business that you can get. And he didn't realize that, but he did. He went out there, got the trash truck. Then that third week, he had that trash truck through there. He picked up all of that trash. And the short story of this was, he didn't say anything. And when neighbors started talking, someone figured out who it was, and they started sharing that it was this gentleman. And when they reached out to him and said, hey, thank you so much, why did you do this? He says, because it was a problem that needed solved in community that I'm doing business, and I wanted to help my community out. And they said, let us help pay for it. Let us send you money so we can help pay for it. And he said, no, I don't want the money. And they said, well, what do you want in return? He says, at the end of the day, I do not want anything in return. I hope that this impacts my community in a healthy way that maybe will drive some business to me in the future. If anybody is in the market of selling their house or buying their house, I would hope that they think of me first to come, give me the first organic opportunity to do that for them. And boy, let me tell you guys, when he did that and he showed and shared with people that he was not after the money for it, that he hoped that he could gain their business in the future for doing that random act of kindness, it brought him millions of dollars, is what he said, the following year because of that. So I'm sharing with you the dump truck marketing strategy here is show up and provide value. That is what that guy did. He showed up, he provided value without the intent to say, I want this in return. And that is what it is about, is to show value, provide value, because guess what? That's something that we do. And we have a lot of people, and I share this, I'll pick Miss Leah again. She has shared our names to a multitude of people because of what we've done for her and the value we created for her. We didn't ask her to do that. We just, at the end of the day, when she decided to do that and people are saying, oh, hey, I heard about you through Miss Leah, that makes us stop and go, first of all, be extremely grateful and appreciative that she's even sharing her good services that she's experienced with us. But in return, it also shows us that the knowledge and the work that we're doing for others is in line with what we're trying to share with other people to show up and provide value. So that's my little, trash truck marketing conversation. So I'm gonna pass this mic back to Mr. Conversation, Mr. Jones, as we wrap up this beautiful conversation this evening. Mr. Jones, here you go.
Yeah, well, number one, we ain't trying, we're doing. You know the drill on
That
that. But that's a great share. And even more importantly, when we talk about bringing value, so many times we want to know, why isn't our business growing? Why isn't that happening? Because you're not bringing value. And bringing value is free, number one. And even when we talk about that, and we talk about social media, we want to greatly, appreciate every single last one of you guys for joining us today and giving us value and showcasing, what you have to do. You guys make sure that, you drop it in our comments and in what you do, how you do it, because this is one thing that we continue to share. Collaboration is the new currency. And a lot of people talk about collaboration because it's a trendy word, it's a catchy word, but when it's time to do it, nobody does that. And you got to give love in order to get it. So if you're number one wondering why you're not getting likes and comments and repost on your social media, if you are posting, my question to you, and this is gonna sting, is how many people's posts are you liking? How many people's posts are you sharing? How many people's posts are you commenting on? Because if you're not doing it, don't expect it to come back. And so often we have that mentality of take, but we're not giving. You got to give love in order to get it. And we always share, if you want more money, go help somebody else make more money. You want, to start a nonprofit, go help somebody else start a nonprofit. Whatever you want, go help somebody else do it. And I can assure you, if you go do that, you will find a better way, a easier way, a more productive way of what you were trying to do because you helped somebody else out. Or you might say, nah, I don't want to do that. Prime example with Tara and I being here in Mexico, right? As digital nomads, we've been here for the last 2.5 years, and being Airbnb guests is definitely off of our list for sure. And it took experience to do that. It took us knowing how to do that, right? To do that. And so this is where we share with you guys really all to, just do something different and show up. Don't be afraid to ask. So many times we're afraid to ask because of this education system that we've all been brought up into. Don't raise your hand. Do raise your hand. Don't ask a dumb question. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to say this. You should know this. You should know that. Screw all of that. You want to know what authenticity is? Authenticity is you not caring what nobody else says, what they think. And that's another catchy word that a lot of us, tag onto is authentic. Oh, I'm being authentic. Well, you're being authentic. You don't care what other people say. You're living your true life. You're living who you are, and you're showing up, however you want to. And we miss that boat by caring about what other people say. And as we even, talk about more in depth about social media, I would encourage you guys all that if you don't have an Instagram business account, you don't have a Facebook business account, you don't have, you all should have your personal account, but also I encourage you to build a business LinkedIn account as well, because what happens, speaking from, experience, we worry about what our friends, what our family, what people are going to say, and that's what stops us. Where when you come up with an actual, business page or a business profile, you can talk about your business a little bit more. And the best advice that I could give you on, your social media is start talking about what problems people are dealing with. How can you save and help their problems of what they're dealing with on a daily basis, and talk about those things and really, bring some education to it, bring some facts to it. You just cannot hide behind, the images. A lot of us just post and repost, and we repost other people's stuff. Then we do our own stuff. And then not only that, we don't talk about our business of what services, what products, what you do, right? You definitely should be doing that. And just like we have showcased to you guys, about our Pivot membership, about our Biz in a Box, we've sprinkled that within our conversation, but you do know about we help everyone or entrepreneurs leverage leading Web3 optimizations by pivoting people from 2D to 3D. And so this is where we want to continue this conversation and talk about SWOT, right? This is one of those conversations that a lot of us miss when we talk about the SWOT. And if you don't know what the SWOT is, it is your strengths. It is your weaknesses. It is your opportunities. And it is your threats, right? What are those for you? What strengths do you have with your current business right now? And you should write them all down immediately, right? Identify unique products, strong brand, and loyal, customers that you have, within your business. And then, of course, check this out. You're then going to move over to your weaknesses. And this is, what's the high cost? What's the limited resources? What's the lack of brand awareness that you have? And you'll find that you'll come up with a whole bunch more weaknesses than you will strengths. And I encourage you guys that as you build the weakness, I want you to ask yourself, hey, is this really true? Is this a story I'm selling myself? And be straight up honest with yourself as well. And then, of course, the opportunities, right? What more opportunities do you have to explore emerging markets, utilizing new technology, advancements, right? Changing consumer needs. A lot of us in our business, we're still sticking to one particular product or one particular offering that we had before the pandemic, after the pandemic, and we all should be learning right now that you can expand your horizons, right? Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at all these multi-billionaires that they're not just focusing on one product line. They're expanding themselves, and you should be doing that as well. It used to be where, hey, you need to focus on one thing and you need to get great at that and only do that. Well, that's the old way of thinking. You can be able to write a book, have an actual, have a membership, have a podcast, be able to also, do, some webinars and you can show other people how to be an author. You can do so many things around that one topic and offer different products because there's different strokes for different folks. And then, of course, the last one is the threats, right? Identifying your competition. A lot of us don't know our competition, or we believe we don't have any competition. And I'm here to tell you, if you don't know your competition, you're in a world of trouble, right? Economic downturns, especially right now, right? Should you be investing into some of this technology as we move forward and utilizing this fintech and utilizing this crypto and all these different resources, right? Changing regulations, as we've talked to you guys about, fintech and about our crypto and about the money transfer. Are you being able to accept crypto? Do you know about crypto? As a business owner, I'm here to tell you, you can't hide behind it anymore and say, oh, it's for the nefarious. Oh, it's for, money laundering. Oh, it's for this. Tell that to BlackRock. Tell that to JP Morgan. Tell that, to all these bigger institutions that are now all aboard on, crypto and being able to utilize that as a new financial system. And so I can't get too much started. I'll get my walkie-talkie Tara. She will start talking about this like no other. But
we'll be here for 2 more hours.
Yeah, that part. And so we really want you guys to focus on the blocking and tackling. Okay. Understanding your target audience, understanding your SWOT, and then being able to, give love, right? Not just post and dash, right? But not just post, but go and look, we all go to the restroom. You go to the restroom in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, you go, sit on the toilet. Instead of you scroll holing, that needs to be your time. Hey, instead of me scroll holing, I'm going to go through my social media, whether it be LinkedIn, whether it be TikTok, whether it be Facebook, and I'm just going to go give love. Because a lot of the times we sell ourselves, oh, I don't have time. Well, let me help you out. If you don't know, go to your iPhone, right? And you can go to your settings and you can go to this thing called screen time, and it brings up a big ass graph for you. And it tells you where you're spending your time. And if you're spending 2 hours on Instagram, 2 hours on TikTok, 1 hour on Facebook, and you are a business owner, I'm here to tell you right now, you're a consumer, okay? You're not a producer. And you need to be producing more than you are consuming, because that is what's happening. Because if you're not paying attention, these brick and mortar stores are going away. Right? There's no need for you to have all these brick and mortar stores in this location and that location when you have internet and you have website. And especially now, Coach, Gucci, Nike are already in Metaverse utilizing these virtual experiences and making tons of money, utilizing, this new immersive experience. And so with that being said, love, you got anything you want to add on the SWOT before we move on?
I just would share with people from a perspective of experience is that we used to not take the SWOT analysis seriously. We would be like, who's our competition? We don't have no competition. Who's in business in the same line of business as us? And so that is just the naive way of, kind of, throwing spaghetti noodles against the cabinet door to see if they stick, or against the wall to see if they stick. So it's important to understand that they create these tools for us to be able to utilize them so you have greater insight. This is doing when you are working towards your target audience or doing a SWOT analysis on your business, is it is developing and curating your critical thinking and a business mindset towards what your strengths and weaknesses are, where your opportunities lie and where your threats lie. We don't think like that in a strategic manner as just every day, day in, day out. Most of us are so busy and stuck in survival mode because of that busyness that we're not utilizing our critical thinking skills to be critical and analyzers of what we're doing within our business. And guess what? You can also use the SWOT analysis, personally, in your just personal life. I've done that too. And it's like, oh, wow, okay, this is, and I'll be honest, when I did it for myself personally, the hardest category to come up was my strengths. And this was, back in the day. And I say that was because I wasn't willing to look at what I did really good versus what I need to learn how to do better. And so again, SWOT analyses are amazing, and they should be done once every 6 months at least, if not every 90 days, and sometimes there's people that SWOT analysis every day. So that's a little excessive, I think, but to each their own. So back to you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah. So, with that being said, guys, look, we want to greatly appreciate you guys joining us today for this amazing room. Look, we want you all, with all these amazing comments and, things that you guys have left us in the comments, we want you all to really come and join us in the metaverse. Somebody asked earlier, how easy is it to create an account? It is very easy. It's so easy that if you give me 1 minute, I can show you how easy it is to get into the metaverse. Actually, 1 minute and 23 seconds. So here we go. Check this out. So I want to show you how easy it is to get into the metaverse from your actual phone or your laptop or iPad. You're going to be able to follow the same process. So what you're going to do first is you're going to go to the hellollc.io, our wonderful biz in a box, more than a website, and experience into our smart link. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to find a big button that says Hello Plaza. And when you find that button, you're going to see it and you're going to press it just like that one time. And it's going to take you to a different web page where you're going to hit play. And then it's going to ask you if you want to download an actual app, and you're going to hit open. And you're going to say yes. And then you're going to download this simple app. Now that this app has completely downloaded, you're going to hit open. And you're going to say allow to paste. Guess what? Boom. It is now uploading you into the Hello Plaza. This is how you enter into the metaverse from your phone or your laptop or your iPad. And my friends, this is the future. Boom. So that, my friends, is how easy it is for you all to come and join us in the metaverse. You do not need VR headsets. You can come and join us in the Hello Plaza. Come join our Hello Plaza Mall. Come visit our studios, all the amazing other businesses that we already have in here. Definitely make sure to come and join us tomorrow for our amazing Wisdom Wednesday, from stuck to success, how to rewire your mind for a new future. And then definitely come and join us on Thursday for our Hello Pivot live broadcast with our special guest, Miss Ebony Dindy. She is going to be releasing her brand new actual storefront, launching that. And so we're going to be taking a tour of her new storefront. She's going to be talking about her amazing business. So definitely come and join us on Thursday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then on Friday, definitely come and join us on at 11 a.m. PST, so West Coast time, or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Financial Freedom Friday, the last love letter and wall of wealth with Leah Garcia in the Hello Plaza. She's going to be joining us and going into more detail. We definitely want you guys to go and download her wall of wealth. That's another free resource. Literally takes you less than a minute to go and download that wall of wealth and be a part of that amazing event, and that you can come and join us. And then on Friday, also, we got Miss Merlin Clark, Let It Go and Flourish. She has our amazing guest, Miss Adrienne Barker. Some of you guys know Miss Adrienne here on LinkedIn as well. And so definitely come and be a part of this amazing event. Press the button, do something. And look, if you guys do not know about our amazing Hello Pivot membership, where we have in-depth, details of how to do things, what to do, start your YouTube, start your TikTok, start your Instagram, start your podcast. How do I do this? How do I start my Google SEO? How do I, conduct this? Come and join our Pivot membership. It's literally $7. We're talking about, less than, I think 16 cents a day, if that. And so, this is where you can get the knowledge, be ahead of the curve, and implement some of these tools at your own pace, or join our upper echelons where we can actually do it for you. Where if you don't want to do the whole production and caboodle, with podcasts, we can actually do it for you. If you don't want to worry about social media and don't want to worry about how do I post, am I being consistent, am I being committed, in our Pivot membership, we also can do your social media. So if you've seen Miss Leah Garcia's, you've seen Miss Christine Cardi, you've seen Miss Gwen Nash, you've seen Buttons Up, you've seen, CD King. We at the Hello LLC are doing their social media posts. Not only are we doing their social media posts, but they're getting posts on their Instagram, on their Facebook, on their TikTok, on their YouTube, on their actual LinkedIn, all at once, that they're getting their time back. And at the end of the day, that's what we do. We give you your time back, and we allow you to create and do whatever you want to do, just at the speed of thought. Just as long as you can, talk about it, we can do it. And so without further ado, guys, learn more about our amazing biz in a box as well. Tap in, book a discovery call, learn more. If this is just in one ear, out the other, you need to see it to believe it. Look around, search around. You'll see multiple testimonies of what we do and how we do it. But press the button and book a discovery call. We don't bite, right? We are here to help you. We want more for you than from you at the end of the day. And don't live in that world where you told yourself you were going to do something, at the beginning of the year. And here we are, 20 business days away from Q1 being over, and you're still utilizing the same systems, the same foundation, the same crusty, dusty website, no interaction, no engagement with your clients or your community. And you're being that old dog on the porch, laying on the nail, not getting up and moving and howling and screaming and being stuck in your trauma and dramas, when it's you that has to bust a move and get out of your own way and really start pressing the buttons. And we can help you, we can show you, or we can press the button for you at the end of the day, right?
That's right.
So with that being said, guys, you guys know the drill. At the end of the day, it is love,
Kindness,
it is integrity,
and most importantly,
commitment,
and
consistency.
until next time,
Toodles, guys.
bye.